This is the Humanoid Research Center?
I will warn you again. If you value your lives, please use extreme caution while inside this facility.
I just hope their machines still work so we can help Sophie.
Come on, let's get inside and see.
So quiet. All I can hear is my heartbeat. But I'm still alive. Trust will only betray. Hope will only disappoint. We must remove all hope and return it to the planet. To the planet's soul, Lambda.
Sophie, are you hurt?
Do not worry, it is fine. It is not suffering per se, merely reacting.
Reacting?
Protos Haste is sensing the movements of a dangerous being in your home world of Affinia.
Wait, she is capable of such a feat?
Yes, this is what it was designed to do, alongside its other capabilities.
Stop talking like that. Sophie is not an it.
That's enough, Sharia. Our world is in grave danger. Let's heal Sophie and get back there as quickly as possible.
It won't take long. Okay, you won't lift your infernal blast. You could do better.
Easy peasy. This will be a breeze.
Okay, here goes. Stay along.
Every gold goes straight to the equipment budget.
This will be a breeze.
Okay, stay along. In a flash. Pierce. You won't lift your draw.
Sometimes I get so lost in serious thought. About what?
Victory is ours! Won't take long. Okay. Infernal Sword! You can do that. Would have been perfect if you hadn't botched the finish.
Aw, flattery will get you nowhere.
You insufferable woman.
Won't take long.
Draw! How about this?
Get along! Yeah! Great job! First shot! We won't fail!
You're very sad to announce. This'll be a feat.
Get along! Yes, victory is ours!
This will be a breeze.
Things seem rough between Asbel and Sharia.
I know. It's like they've got sandpaper between them or something.
That's not... Won't take long.
far too easy.
This looks just like that machine from the ruins beneath Wallbridge.
This device preserves visual recordings of research targets.
Lambda. Oh, hey, there's that word again.
What does it mean, anyway?
Lambda. In our world, Lambda has come to mean nightmare.
Why is that?
Lambda is a life form we discovered by accident while researching the Lustalia. When the Institute's director, Professor Cornell, began to study it, it quickly became a nightmare for us all. The worst aspect of Lambda, and there are many, is an ability to hatch monsters from its body. These monsters threw Fodra into chaos and eventually led to its destruction.
That cocoon!
It looks just like the one that appeared at World's Eye.
After wreaking havoc here, Lambda fled to your world of Aphinia. We knew Lambda had to be stopped, so we created a humanoid capable of fighting it and initiated pursuit. That humanoid is Protos Haste, the one you call Sophie. Unfortunately, Protos Haste was unable to destroy Lambda. After much discussion, we surviving Fodrans chose to seal off Aphinia in the hopes of containing Lambda there. But now, after so many years, the Aphenians have come to us.
So you built Sophie and then sent her to our world so she could defeat Lambda. Does that mean Lambda is the one who created the cocoon?
But wait, that doesn't make sense. I mean, Richard made the cocoon, right? Maybe Lambda knows how to disguise itself or something. Maybe it just looks like Richard.
I refuse to believe that Richard and Lambda are the same. I know Richard. He's not a monster. He can't be.
Sophie's getting worse.
We must hurry.
I agree. Come on.
What's happening?
Protos Haste's particles are breaking down.
Excuse me?
Protos Haste is composed of individual particles that act in concert with each other. These particles, tinier than a grain of sand, come together to form a human shape. And while they act as one, the particles also possess the ability to separate from each other, which is what you see happening right now.
Asbel, Sharia, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on, you guys?
It's the result of a process called distributive preservation. Your friends must be completely synchronized with Protos Haste's particles.
I don't understand.
When Protos Haste suffers heavy damage, it usually splits into individual particles, shuts down all functionality, and begins the process of reconstruction. This is known as particle preservation. Distributive preservation, on the other hand, allows Protos Haste to implant its particles into one or more separate vessels. Have you ever seen Protos Haste split into particles like this? Anyone?
That must be what happened 7 years ago.
But the unit shouldn't actually engage that procedure. The reason being, distributed preservation makes it much more difficult for the particles to reform. Failure could render reformation impossible, so why would Protos Haste have risked entering that state?
Would her particles have any kind of effect on the vessels that they went into?
Yes. In fact, while the particles prepare for reconstruction, they would repair any damaged areas of the vessel as well.
So Sophie split herself into 3 parts and then used those parts to save Asbel, Sharia, and Little Bro.
But then that means Sophie didn't die after all. She was just recuperating within us.
It's amazing. She's been with us this whole time.
I see. Then this would explain why we possess some of the same powers she has.
Incredible.
So, what would happen if she underwent distributive preservation again in her current condition?
Distributive preservation does not allow for reconstruction of the self. She would lose all elements of her current identity.
Sophie, you risked your life for us.
Impossible. Protos Haste was never designed for this kind of self-sacrifice. I fear further particle breakdown could be disastrous. We must hurry.
You're very sad.
That was hardly worth dirtying my blade. inconvenience us all. You're gone! Pierce! You're gone! Pierce! You won't live to regret this.
I can't believe our baby Hubert got so strong.
What's this?
That's Tarlo X. I can't believe it's still here after all this time.
Is this a humanoid as well?
No, this is merely old junk.
Hey, you're hiding something. Come on, spit it out.
This is the first android I ever built. Back when I was just getting started at the Institute. I never thought I'd see it again. This brings back memories. Really, Cornell should have just thrown it out.
Sounds like everyone has something they're embarrassed about. Right, Tiger Festival?
Must you inconvenience us so? Drop! In a flash! Pierce! You're gone! Pierce! You're gone! That was hardly worth dirtying my blade.
Woohoo! What is it, Pascal? You sound like an owl. It's these machines. They're a bit different from the ones I'm familiar with. But once I fiddle around with them, they seem simple enough.
Fascinating. Adaptation is the hallmark of an exceptional engineer.
Emerald, if you don't mind me asking, who are the Amarcians?
If you are so curious to ask, they were a group of engineers who maintain the technologies of Fodra. I myself used to be counted among their number.
Wait, you're an Amarcian as well? If that's the case, is it possible that you and Pascal are distant relatives?
Relatives? No. I fear you have misunderstood me. Amarcia was just the name for a coalition of research engineers. Though bonds were strong, none shared any blood ties.
What? We're not all in the same family? That means I have to return the money I borrowed from Poisson. Don't borrow money from children. Is this the machine that can fix Sophie?
Please set Protos Haste down here, if you will. I will begin the procedure. Damage isolated. Initiating particle restoration.
Here we go.
Zero. 10. 40. 70. 90.
Sophie, hang on.
Sophie, can you hear us?
Hang in there. You're not alone. We're right here.
What's wrong? It'll be okay, Sophie. I promise.
The particles that comprise its mind are beginning to flow backward into the repair system.
Sophie!
What the?
Is that Sophie and Pascal?
What's happening here?
Don't look at me! How should I know?
Some of the particles that flowed into the system have assembled themselves into visual form.
Pascal, wait!
If this is a visual form of Sophie's mind, does it mean that we're actually seeing her feelings?
There's more.
You guys, they're harmless! Come and take a look! So that's what she thinks of us.
Sophie.
It's happening again!
Now what?
Richard?
Why is Richard the only one she's attacking?
Well, I can't say I blame her. He is the one who stabbed her, after all.
Maybe, but still... Lambda...
This can't be. It's Lambda.
I must destroy him.
Everyone, get out! Right now!
Sophie, watch out! I expect the best from everyone.
Far too easy.
So, that was Lambda?
Asbel? Sophie!
You're awake.
We did it!
You're all here.
Sophie, can you see us?
How do you feel? Is everything okay? Yes, I think so. Oh, Sophie, I'm so glad you're all right. You all saved me. Thank you.
It seems you have failed to eliminate Lambda, Protos Haze.
The mission I have to complete? What was it? Why does it hurt to remember?
Sophie?
How odd. I was sure the particle reconstruction was a complete success. Life maintenance functions appear to be fully restored. But I do see some problems with the information integration. Would you mind returning to the machine we used earlier? I'd like to make some final adjustments.
That's fine. Can you make it, Sophie?
Yes.
Very well. Let's go back.